Alright guys, this is part 3 of my homemade soup, North Broth. This is where we bring everything together. If you hear dogs in the background, I apologise. Nothing I can do about it, it's just my next door neighbour. He keeps dogs for showing and things like that in kennels, so not much I can do about that, so apologies. Hopefully they'll do us a favour, we'll see. So I have prepped some stuff anyway, ready to go. Let's have a look at how the soup's gone. I left it overnight because that sort of helps the flavours, helps the things like that. And we're going to go on to sort of like the finishing. So this is where we're at now. I have warmed it up, it's on now. Everything's done, and I'm just going to show you this little bit and get this out. This thing, just give me a second to wash this. And see that was the ham that we put in originally. I took it out. Only got two choices. I'm not going to do it now because it's just come out of the fridge. It's a bit tough, but basically we got nice ham there. All the salt's been boiled out of it. This is great for ham salads. Quiches, you know, if you want to do ham and egg quiche. So it comes free. So getting all the flavour out of that, which has gone into the soup anyway. Then we've got all of this if we want it. Now, as I said before, you don't have to put that in, you don't have to do that with that, you can do it without it, but it's just how we do it. I can now put that back into the soup. Gives it a bit extra. But we don't do that, we keep that for salads, or we'll keep it for a quiche. Cheese and tomato quiche. You know, where we can just where you can do that sort of thing. So let's get this on a plate because I am saving this. I do have a recipe this is going to go in onto, which is when you make it these sort of little cubes. Ham and pineapple pizza. We're all like, it's sacrilege. But you throw that on there with a pizza, which I will do, and I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I might even do it today if I get time. And I will be using that ham, which will go on ham and pineapple pizza with lots of other cheese and whatever, so I'll get that put away. Right, the next thing we're going to do is two things, is get potatoes in now. Get these chopped up. You cut big chunks, however you want it, it doesn't matter. To be honest. The potatoes are going to do two things. One, it's going to fill the pan, and they're cheap. Drop one, I'll catch it in a minute, we'll get it in the bin. Also the starch. Now these are going to release a lot of starch, which is going to help thicken the broth, as you'll see when we get it put in. I haven't checked the seasoning yet. I probably am going to go with a couple of vegetable stocks, which I usually do as a rule, and then I'm going to put in the English secret ingredients, which does change it from being average to, oh my god. So let's get these taters chopped up. I mean, if you want to cut these bigger and have it a bit more hearty, absolutely. We prefer them smaller. It just goes in line with the way we've cut all the other vegetables. Not a problem. And then we'll what we will do is we'll get these cooked. I might do a part 4 and put in some dumplings. I'm not sure which way I'm going to do them yet, but we'll have a look. So let's get this one in here, and then we'll bring you over to the broth, and then we'll get the seasoning going on with the broth just to get it nice and perfect. So right, as I say, this has been going for an hour or two this morning. These all been done, washed, they've gone in. I'll really get that sort of going. I'm just going to give it a little taste now, because everything's cooked anyway. There's nothing in there that's raw is going to make me sick or hurt me. Oh, that's good. What I am going to do though is what I always do, but I always wait until the gammon's done, because some gammon's very salty, some not so salty, and if you put too much seasoning in too early, you can end up with something being really quite nasty and salty. So what I'm going to do is I'm using these at the minute. These are great. So just give me a second to undo these. It's like a paste. Pack it in. I'm going to start with 2 because you can add but you can't take out. So I'm going to start with 2. That's gone in there. We'll give that a stir. Oh, there's a bit of meat must have fell off. I'll get that fella out. Must have fell off the thing. So I'll give that a good stir. Sorry about that. We'll get that a good stir, and it really will start to get a little taste. Some salt, just some normal table salt. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to give this another, so I'm going to take a little, get the lid back on. I've got one more taste. I do think it's going to need one more stock cube, to be honest with you. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to leave the stock cube until later on, because I'm not sure what it is. Now, the one thing I always do with my broth or soup is, you know, to be truthful, it looks a bit anemic. When I put in the first broth mix, for anybody that didn't see the first video, which is the broth mix, which you know contains pearl barley, split peas, green peas, and stuff like that, which is sort of what you call pulses. What I do is the old Heinz beans. What happens is that the tomato sauce gives it a lovely colour, a lovely sweetness. The sauce comes off of the beans and they become pulses, so it adds in very well to the flavour, the pulses, the barley, the things like that. So you don't notice it's beans. So we'll just get a bit of that out, get everything out of there. So we get the full lot. I might even pop in some tomato puree, and then becomes more of what you call a vegetable soup. And you'll see the colour change that's going on. I do have it here somewhere. Well, find the tomato puree. We'll get a bit of that in, only a few squeezes. That'll do. And you'd be surprised how it colour changes. It gives it that more sweeter flavour. It becomes more like the colour of a store-bought vegetable soup. And I think we're nearly there. And I think what we'll do before this video finishes is I'll give you an idea what I'm going to put in, rather than go on to the step 4. This is another little taste, you know. I think I am going to go with one more vegetable stock cube, because it is a big full pan. Just pop that in, that will dissolve and go. So I'm going to put the pan lid on there, and then let's get you back over here where we can see what we're doing. Those potatoes are going to take about half an hour to cook, you know, to make it into, so they soften. While we're waiting, we'll just we've got some dumplings ready to go in. There's 2 ways of doing them. Let's get this stuff put away. First, that's on there. Yeah, I'm not in a posh house. It's got a little tour of the kitchen, whatever. Let's have a little look, you know. I've got my ironing board there. That's a fridge freezer, but this just is a overspilled fridge freezer. Got a few things in there. What we got down here? That's the bread I buy cheap. Probably about 40p a loaf. And that's what I use for the breadcrumbs, which I'm going to do today. Then when I dry it out, I've got some more. We use this in the summer. This is the old electrocutor fly trap. I keep some pots and pans. We're limited on space, but I tend to sort of just keep my toasties, my things. My electric mixers, got that there. I've got another electric mixer somewhere. That's it. This is more of a spicy cupboard. This is a cupboard where I tend to keep my flour, bread flour, plain flour, icing sugar. There's some raisins in the corner. I am going to be doing some scones if I get time today. This is another one. We got some poppadoms for Indian curry, stock cubes, salt, sugar, a few wine glasses, whatever. Some flour. Just more what we call dry food. Another coffee machine, the kettle. This is my back garden. Needs a bit of work with the winter being long here. This is where the dog noise come from. You'll see that. The kennels. This is mine. It's a big patio there. That is my hot tub. It's been deflated for the winter. I've got a bar there, and I've got the shed down the back. I've got another place where I keep herbs and stuff. Get the light on. I forgot to put the light on. Oh, here we go. This is where I just keep some of my herbs, spices, vanilla essence, things like that. Whatever. I won't show you that bit, so the old bottles go. Same up there. Some sauces. And I've got another fridge freezer, which is probably like the mountain style. Let's see what we got in here. So we got that there. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. And this is where I've got some more bread where I do have what they call frozen dumplings. Sausage squares, what I use for Scotch eggs. That's on my channel anyway, the Scotch eggs that I've made. Sausages and bread. Milk I froze, you can freeze whole milk. And that sort of thing. So that's sort of my kitchen. Knife block there, but I only ever use this knife. So we've got that. So let's have a look at this dumpling mix ready, and then we can get that in and just let the thing tick away. There's two ways of doing it. I'm going to do the cheap way, which is I'm going to use the Atura suet. You can do that, or you can use 4 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of self-raising flour, and then the liquid to bring it back together. For me to do that one, because the butter's so hard, I'm going to have to get the food processor out, so I'm just going to do it a quick and easy way for today. And let's just get your perch on the perch again. Alright, geez, I think it's so it's 100 grams of self-raising flour, In the UK we use self-raising flour. If you're using all-purpose flour, you're from America and you're doing this, it would be all-purpose flour, and then whatever you put in, I'm going to say 100 grams, it'd probably be a teaspoon of baking powder to make it up to the thing, but we can buy where it's already added in, as opposed to, well, we have plain flour, which is your all-purpose flour. This already has the baking powder put in. It's handy. Oh, I don't use it too often, but I like it with scones because the stuff's already measured out. So 100 grams self-raising flour. And let's check. So how much I got in here? I might just do a bit more. Yeah, I will do. I'm going to do 200 grams. So I'm going to do 200 grams of self-raising flour. I'm going to do double mixture. I need an apron. So that's done. I'm going to need 50 grams, or 100 grams of this, which is a total certain mix. But as I say, you can just swap this for butter. Not a problem. This is really only suet, which is like beef fat. So then I'm going to go for the 100 grams of this. And a couple of bits left, I might as well go the whole hog. I'm going to season it. I like the grindy bit. You can use the other salt like you saw earlier on. Get that mixed up, and now it's just water. And it does only take a tiny bit of water because there's quite a high fat content. Just really just touch it. Probably close now. Stuck to my fingers, which means I'm close. And you really do you don't want it too wet. Touch more just to take up the bottom of the bowl. And very shortly I'll turn this out and we'll make it into balls. Like I say, it's very little. You'll get a feeling for it. You'll see when it starts to come together. It's starting to see. It's a little bit dry still. It'll come together. You'll see when I turn it out. It's just starting to come together now. Tiny bit more. I think that might be it. Get something off the sides. You see, it's just starting to come together. Touch more. Still coming together. And anybody who wants to, please subscribe. I really would. If you just watch it, just click the subscribe button. I want to get to 50 subscribers and I can start to do live. I'm new to it. I don't have editing software. I don't have nothing like that. I'm just a humble bloke. It's just, so if you can like and subscribe. I want to get to 50 viewers and I can do live and just do some stuff that's come to my area, whatever. Cooking, baking, whatever. So that's all come together now. Turn this water off. So yeah, if you can just subscribe. I will put some shorts on, and if you go onto it, just doesn't cost anything. I'm not monetized. I'm not looking to make money. This is just a hobby. And anybody wants to learn about northeast cooking, what we do, stuff like that. So there you go. So we've got that nearly cleaned down now. I'll move it out of the way. You probably can't see. So that's what we got. And I say, the bits you don't want to see, just fast forward. Not a problem. You won't hurt my feelings. So that's going to be the dumpling mix, and you'll see what's going to happen. I'm just going to do that. Take these off into balls. As I say, you can do this with self-raising flour, butter, 4 ounces of self-raising flour, 4 ounces of butter, or you can do it with 4 ounces or you can do 100 grams if you want on grams. So you can do 100 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of butter, or you can do 100 grams of all-purpose flour, a good teaspoon of baking powder, and then water just to bring it together. Obviously salt as well. Half a teaspoon of salt, or whatever your taste is, if you like them salt or whatever. And these are going to go in. This is the sort of stuff they made through the war, because back when rations were around, vegetables weren't rationed. So you can make a big pan of this, wasn't going to affect your rations. And when you look how much you're going to get off it, a family can get 2 or 3 days off it, because, through the war, rations was, you got 2 ounces of sugar, 1 egg per person, things like that, 2 ounces of butter, 2 ounces of, so people would save money up, club together, make big pans of this sort of stuff, especially through the winter, when the vegetables were coming to fruition. They would save the rations and people make big pans and share it around, and that was the British spirit. So I've made these different sizes. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever your preference is. I'm going to put these into the pot now, and then give you an idea. Right, we'll start putting these in, and all I do is they go in there like that, just pop them in. Pop them in. them in. Now, got them in there. I'll pop that on there. You can see it going on. Alright, so let's have a look and see what see where we're at. I'll just try and give them a couple of minutes. I'm gonna turn that up to the max. I will turn it down again. But hopefully they'll not leaving you waiting too long to see what goes on. So if you are a bit bored, just fast forward. I don't mind. If you want to watch the start and then you only want to get a bit at the end, you're not going to offend me, you're not going to upset me. I'm just a 6-year-old Englishman. Doing his thing. So I've turned it up a bit. Hopefully it will start increase. But as I say, anybody who watches it, just please click that subscribe. I want to get 50 views so I can do this, because I don't have editing software. I'd rather sort of go on and just do this live, unless anybody out there has got the graces of their heart just to say, look, Sean, I know how to edit, this is what you need, this is how you do it, and teach me. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there got some graces of the heart just to, hey, teach me. I say this is my little hobby, you know. I'm going to be doing a Chinese curry shortly, and that will be my next video. My wife wants Chinese curry and rice tonight, so we'll get that on the next. Now they are. I'm not going to wait till they expand. What I can do is I'll take a photo, but you can start to see they're starting to expand already. What they will, if you, there you go, they're getting bigger. What they do go like is scones. They go like English scones, or if you're an American, what they're going to turn out like is going to be like your American biscuits, but soft without the crust, but they'll take on the flavour of the broth. Now I will probably get about 12. I tend to use these bowls, these size. You normally get from the Chinese takeaway. We keep the, you know, keep the old lids, as we all do in England, you know. Indian curry, Chinese takeaway. I will probably get about 15 of these out of this one pan to go in the freezer. And I think they're probably going to cost me, the whole pan has probably cost about £4. Let's say £5. Let's sort it out. The whole pan's probably cost me £5. I did get the ham, but I'm going to use the ham for quiche and pizzas, so we'll take that out of the equation. So everything in there is about £4 to £5. I'm going to get about 15 tubs. You can do the maths. The wonderful thing when you come in from work, it's a full little thing. Bit of bread and butter, happy days. And this is how we used to do things, this is how we cook. So this is getting on for 35 minutes. I say if I've waffled on, I apologise. I don't have editing software to narrow it down. If somebody please can just say, look Sean, this is the software you want, this is how you do it. please just give me some help. I will take another video when it's done. I'll put that on the shorts. I've got to prepare now. I'm going to do. My wife wants Chinese curry tonight, so let's get that underway and maybe put a video on for that one. That's a bit quicker than this one, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I say please subscribe. 50 viewers, I can go live, I can start doing things. Thank you.